If he comes out, then go sign the contract and we will fight.
Be like a fighter like Rolly, in your opinion, Shane?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. What do you see there?
I see that he can throw those more punches and combinations and knows very well.
Weight. And when you look at Rolly Romero, he's not that big. He's not a real welterweight. I don't think he's even that big for 140. I mean, Isak Cruz, who's a blown-up lightweight, blasted him out. So it's like, I think they're looking at that fight against Romero to be not as physically imposing as Mario.
At the press conference, Manny Pacquiao responded to Rolly Romero's nonstop trash talk by saying he talks too much. And if he really believes he can beat him, then he should not just talk, but make the deal and fight soon. Pacquiao's words hit hard, showing his calm confidence and reminding everyone that he is always ready to prove himself in the ring through action, not words. Asterisk.
And we spoke to Rolando Romero, who's a potential opponent for you in the future. He said that he would like to have a Hall of Famer on his resume. What do you tell him?
He listen to me if he can beat me.
Manny, Tim Bradley said that he was a little upset with both your performance and ours. He said that it was a sparring session. What do you tell Tim Bradley? What do you tell him? You know Tim Bradley well. You fought him 3 times.
That's his opinion.
The boxing world was shocked when new reports emerged about Manny Pacquiao's next possible fight. Even though he's well past the typical retirement age, Pacquiao continues to chase greatness, proving that his passion for boxing is still alive. News of his potential return spread fast, and fans around the world are excited to see him step back into the ring. According to Box Raw on X, Pacquiao is reportedly set to face welterweight world champion Rolly Romero next in Las Vegas. Pac-Man will turn 47 in December, just before the possible 2026 title fight. Rolly Romero has been stirring up controversy by repeatedly disrespecting Manny Pacquiao in interviews. He claimed Pacquiao has no real boxing style, calling it the ugliest in the sport and saying the legend lacks true skill. His harsh words quickly went viral, and many fans slammed Romero for being arrogant toward one of boxing's greatest icons. Pacquiao's legacy speaks for itself. He's beaten some of the best fighters across multiple divisions, but Romero's comments show that he either underestimates Manny or is simply chasing attention. Whatever the reason, his words have turned what could have been a respectful matchup into a fiery personal rivalry that has captured the world's attention. Asterisk.
Pacquiao to me, Pacquiao is the fucking ugliest guy in boxing, and look what the fuck he's accomplished. And now every fucking fight in the Philippines, just because I fight differently and it means I don't know half no fucking skills. I got my own fucking skills. That's what got me this far. It's like fucking Prince Nassim Muhammad. You're gonna say fucking he don't got no damn skills? Every fighter got skills. Look, in this fucking generation, if you don't try to box like Floyd, a typical Mexican, a Russian like Lomachenko, or a European fighter, you're trash in this sport. You apparently don't know how to box. Because these are the fucking idols of boxing.
Don't matter if he beats Barrios or not. Still Rolly Pacquiao. How many losses does Pacquiao have? Oh, that's another thing, bro. Pacquiao another one that don't give about losses, and everyone keep tuning in for him, right? Bro, all that undefeated shit, that don't mean shit if you're not fighting over. Nobody gives a fuck about you. There's so many bigger fights for me. Like, would I rather fight, I don't know, for instance, Pacquiao or Jerome Ennis? What's a bigger fight for me? What fight would sell more? Me and Broner or me and Jerome Ennis? Obviously, me and Broner. What would sell more? Me and Ryan again or me and Jerome Ennis? What would sell more? Tank coming up to fight for his fourth division, or me and Jerome Ennis? It's just basic, you know. What's the bigger fight for? Like, I'm not even talking about money. The money. What's a bigger fight for the boxing?
Manny Pacquiao recently revealed that he plans to step back into the ring soon. He explained that he wasn't completely satisfied with his last fight and still has goals left to achieve. Even at his age, Pacquiao's drive and discipline remain as strong as ever. For him, boxing isn't just about collecting titles. It's about constantly testing his limits and proving himself. Fans have always admired his humility and relentless work ethic, and his decision to return shows that his love for the sport is as strong as ever. Many believe this comeback isn't about fame or money, but about the pure passion for competition that has fueled his legendary career.
Will you be fighting again kaya this year again, Manny? Everyone's asking, how did you prepare for the fight?
Wala akong ibang iniisip kundi focus lang sa training every day. Like even Sunday, ibang distraction, anything like that. For 2 months. Kasi nakahabol ako sa oras. Supposedly, yung mga ganong fight, dapat mga 3.5 months o 4 months. Especially sa edad ko na 6, diba?
Yeah.
Satisfied ako sa naging condition ko, but hindi pa talaga yun yung 100% na gusto kong makuha, achieve na yung speed, yung timing, yung more punches na gusto kong maabot.
Will you be fighting again kaya this year again, Manny? Everyone's asking.
This year, mga December.
Former world champion Shane Mosley recently shared his thoughts on a possible fight between Manny Pacquiao and Rolly Romero. Mosley confidently said that Pacquiao would beat Romero without a doubt. He believes Manny's speed, power, and experience would easily break down Romero's aggressive but predictable style. Mosley explained that Pacquiao's sharp combinations and accurate punches would simply be too much for Rolly to handle. Coming from a veteran who has faced Pacquiao himself, Mosley's opinion carries real weight. He knows firsthand the rhythm, timing, and explosiveness that make Pacquiao special. Like many boxing experts, Mosley believes Manny's ring IQ and top-level conditioning would give him the edge, even at this stage of his career.
Do you think Manny can be like a fighter like Rolly, in your opinion, Shane?
Yes.
Yeah, wow, okay. What do you see there?
I see that he get those more punches and combinations and moves very well. It'd be hard for Rolly to get close to him.
Okay, because yeah, people would say like, oh, Rolly's a big puncher. He's a lot younger than Manny. He's been active. Like he's a big guy.
Yeah, but he's gonna do that fight in December, so I'm not sure if he's gonna be fighting Rolly or anybody. He has to fight in December, he has to do, so I know that. And then from there, then maybe he can fight Rolly or somewhere else.
Boxing analyst and former fighter Chris Algieri shared his excitement about the potential Pacquiao versus Rolly Romero matchup, calling it a fight fans won't want to miss. He said Pacquiao's legendary status and mixed with Romero's bold personality creates the perfect blend of respect and rivalry that boxing audiences love. Algieri also noted that even though Manny is nearing 50, his fighting spirit remains strong. This matchup wouldn't just test Pacquiao's endurance, it would also give Romero a chance to prove himself against a true legend. The clash between Manny's humble attitude and Rolly's cocky confidence makes the fight even more intriguing for fans around the world.
It's Manny Pacquiao. What did you think about his performance? Should he continue? What's going on?
Guy's still doing it. It's mind-blowing. 46 years old. Listen, did he look like Manny of old? No. Did he look great? No. But he looked damn good for a 46-year-old. The fact that he was able to compete at that level with a 30-year-old champion, I mean, it just speaks worlds to Manny Pacquiao and how special he truly is. They're talking about him and Rolly's. I don't mind that fight. I think that fight makes a lot of sense. Rolly's not a big welterweight. Manny's obviously not a big welterweight, never has been. That fight I think makes a lot of sense. I'd like to see Manny win another world title, and then maybe he can make the Floyd fight.
Boxing commentator Showbiz the Adult talked about how quickly the rumored Pacquiao versus Rolly Romero fight has taken over the internet. He pointed out that negotiations are currently underway and that both sides are reportedly close to sealing the deal. Showbiz explained that, despite the big age gap and their opposite personalities, the matchup carries real emotional weight. Pacquiao stands for discipline, honor, and legacy, while Rolly represents youthful confidence and rebellion. The question of whether the veteran can outsmart the outspoken newcomer has made this potential fight one of the most talked about topics in recent months. According to insiders, an official announcement could drop soon once the contract details are finalized.
It's GOAT versus GOAT. We know Rolly Romero is the damn GOAT. All right, number 2. This makes Rolly Romero's resume one of the best resumes in boxing, period. Think about it. He beats Ryan Garcia. He fights Gervonta Tank Davis and Pitbull and shit. If you look at, seriously, look at Rolly. Rolly Romero, dog, this shit's crazy. Who do I have winning the fight? Listen, man, Rolly Romero was a friend of mine. You tweeted last week that you've never lied about anything, but really, you must have told some little white lies. Tell us a lie you have told.
Just the tip.
Hey, bro. You know what? You seen me do the back to shoulders and a lot of things with Rolly Romero on the zone. And listen, we've built up the type of product when we're together that just, it goes viral and it's great moments. I love Rolly Romero. It's hard for me to go up against him. Manny Pacquiao though, come on. Manny Pacquiao is my age, a little bit older. I mean, come on, dog. He got robbed against Mario Barrios, in my opinion. Come on. I mean, this should be a unification bout, all right? But I don't.
Some boxing analysts have shared their honest thoughts on the potential Pacquiao versus Rolly Romero fight. They believe it could be a solid matchup, though maybe not the most explosive since both fighters will be competing at welterweight and might not show their full speed and power. Still, they agree that the emotional and stylistic contrast between the two makes it a fight worth watching.
Big breaking news in the sport of boxing. Manny Pacquiao and Rolly Romero is probably going to end up happening. Manny Pacquiao said right here that all they're waiting for is the negotiation and finalizing the deal, signing on the paper. And this fight is probably going to go down in Las Vegas. Manny Pacquiao, Rolly Romero, I don't know. Looking at it from right now, I'm going to have to go with Manny Pacquiao. I think Rolly Romero's feet are just too flat, too heavy. And I think Manny Pacquiao outboxes him. But let me know in the comments what you think, man. Is this fight going to happen? Number one. Number two, who do you got? And number three, if Manny Pacquiao does win the title, does he unify or does he retire being the oldest champion, setting another world record? Let me know what you think, y'all.
Manny Pacquiao's determination remains unshaken as he aims for another title shot at 47 years old. After his last fight with Mario Barrios ended in a draw, Pacquiao is hungry for redemption and now plans to challenge Rolly Romero for the welterweight title. While most athletes his age have long hung up their gloves, Pacquiao refuses to slow down. He believes that as long as his body can keep up and his heart stays in it, he can still perform at the top level. Fans continue to admire his courage and discipline, even though some question if facing a much younger opponent is the right move. For Manny, this isn't about proving himself to anyone. It's about chasing personal fulfillment and doing what he loves most.
Manny Pacquiao is back again. Legend Manny Pacquiao, after getting a draw to Mario Barrios that he definitely should have won, is once again looking to get a title shot at the age of 47 against another weak champion, Rolly Romero. Can he do it? Well, honestly, maybe. Everybody loves Rolly Romero, the guy. No one really respects him as a boxer. It's kind of been a joke. And even after upsetting Ryan Garcia, who's also kind of a joke, people are still pretty down on him. And you know that because 47-year-old Manny Pacquiao is willing to fight him. It really says how weak this division is, that both Rolly Romero and Mario Barrios are champions at welterweight without ever having won any fight at welterweight. How does that happen? Greedy sanctioning bodies. See, it's stuff like this that make people think they should overturn the Ali Act and hand boxing over to Dana White. But either way, Manny Pacquiao looked a lot better than most people expected in his last fight. And honestly, you can never count this guy out, especially against weaker opponents like Rolly Romero. Although I do think Rolly is a step up from Mario Barrios, but I still think Manny can do it. Not will, can. Do you think Manny Pacquiao can reclaim a title at the age of 47 and beat Rolly Romero? Let me know.
Mario Barrios showed deep respect for Pacquiao during their fight, but Rolly Romero doesn't seem likely to do the same. This difference in attitude could make the outcome more predictable, as Pacquiao often performs his best when opponents underestimate him. His calm focus and sharp ability to read his rivals have always been among his greatest strengths.
Rolando Romero fight at welterweight, and it could be at the very end of this year. For me, I love it. I love it a lot. In fact, after the Barrios fight, I said I didn't really want to see a rematch with Barrios. Listen, the Barrios fight was cool. I had greater expectations, I want to say, for it. But the reality is, with Barrios, he's 6 feet tall and he's kind of like a boxer. So an older Pacquiao, out of commission for so long, and you know, politics, all that type of stuff, it really just made for like a decent fight, but not legendary, right? Wasn't as much action. I also think that Barrios played it very respectable. I get it, you're in there with a legend, but you gotta look like Eminem said. If you had one shot, one opportunity to capture everything, would you capture it or let it slip? His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms is heavy, there's vomit on his sweater already, mom's spaghetti. You know what I mean? You got one shot, you gotta capitalize. And I felt like Barrios was just ultimately too respectful. And then Pacquiao, he's a legend, so he was pushing through it. But I think it would have been better for Pacquiao if he took a tune-up and then did a title fight. But when time isn't on your side, you're already 40-something years old, you kind of have to, you don't want to waste camps on, you know, maybe tune-ups. But with Rolly, somebody will get hurt and somebody probably get knocked teeth out. So that's what I like about this fight.
Chris Algieri also noted that Rolly Romero isn't as big or physically imposing as many believe, meaning he wouldn't present the same kind of challenge that Mario Barrios did. According to Algieri, this gives Pacquiao a slight advantage in terms of the physical matchup. Throughout his career, Manny has proven he can handle bigger opponents, so this time, he might actually feel more comfortable. With Romero's smaller frame and less intimidating movement, Pacquiao's sharp timing and powerful punches could allow him to take control early and set the pace from the very first round.
But as amazing as it was that Manny was able to do, it's still a tough fight. Because Barrios is still big, he's still strong. He's a real welterweight, he's actually a big welterweight. And when you look at Rolly Romero, he's not that big. He's not a real welterweight. I don't think he's even that big for 140. I mean, Isaac Cruz, who's a blown-up lightweight, blasted him out. So it's like, I think they're looking at that fight against Romero to be not as physically imposing as Mario Barrios. He also has a version of the WBA title, so there's a title on the line there. And at the height, he's much shorter than Mario Barrios, obviously. Barrios is like 6 feet tall. I was really surprised how tall he is.
Is Rolly the main WBA champion?
No, he's the
Ennis is the main WBA champion.
And then I don't know if he gets elevated. I don't know how that works. This whole first of all, this is a whole nother thing. I'm going
WBA regular title, whatever. Yes.
This whole elevation without winning a fight thing is garbage. Look at Barrios. Barrios has not won a fight yet at welterweights. He got the interim title, was elevated, and then has 2 back-to-back draws. The man has not won a title fight yet.
Wow.
So we got to stop this email champion elevation thing. Elevate is fine, but the next fight should be for the title. I don't care. You should not just be elevated via email. You have to fight somebody. Because you get a situation like this where, you know, Barrios, no knock on him, he's following it's the rules that are being laid in front of him. The man has not won a title fight yet. Yes, he won the Ugas fight. That was the interim title. There was a champion there. It was Crawford.
They call him a 2-time champion. Did he have a major world title at 140? Or was it the secondary BA title?
See, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but we had the main title at 140.
Because, you know, and then we're looking at Rolly Romero, and you're saying he's a 2-time world champion too, but he doesn't have a main title at welterweight either.
No, he had the main title at 140.
140 though, but not at when he beat Barroso.
Yeah.
But not at welterweight. So they're calling him a 2-time champion too. So you know, there's all these details. But in terms of that fight, I don't hate it. I think the buildup will be great. Mario wasn't the most marketable guy in terms of doing interviews and selling the fight. He had the look. Absolutely.
Trainer Abel Sanchez voiced his support for Pacquiao's decision to keep fighting. He said Manny's victory over Rolly Romero at 46 proved that true champions never lose their love for the sport. While some critics argue that Pacquiao should retire to avoid unnecessary risks, Sanchez believes that real fighters can't just walk away from something they deeply love. For Pacquiao, the boxing ring isn't just a place to perform, it's part of his identity. He continues to train with full dedication, stay in shape, and inspire others by proving that passion and discipline can defy age and time.
You think beats Rolly?
Yeah, I think he decisions him. I think he outboxes him. I think that he's more experienced. I think that he confuses him.
Okay. You didn't think Rolly looked well, like against Ryan? Like it seemed like it's a new and improved Rolly, like against Ryan Garcia. Like he looks more methodical.
Against who?
Against Ryan Garcia.
Against who?
Come on, a young Ryan Garcia that has.
Yeah, Ryan Garcia that unfortunately because of his fame, because of his issues outside of the ring, has not really progressed. Yeah, he's got great hand speed and he punches hard, but as soon as he fights somebody that can fight back, it just seems like he doesn't do well. Is it because they haven't allowed him to grow as a fighter?
Many people have questioned whether Pacquiao's return to boxing is motivated by money, but that couldn't be further from the truth. His fight against Barrios showed he still has the hunger and drive to compete at a high level. Pacquiao's decision to keep fighting isn't about financial gain. He's already earned plenty through his boxing career, endorsements, and public service. Unlike exhibition fighters such as Mike Tyson or Jake Paul, Pacquiao's bouts aren't flashy money grabs. They're about legacy and love for the sport. He wants to finish his career on his own terms, without regrets or what-ifs. His discipline and humility continue to inspire millions, reflecting the pure spirit of a true fighter who never gives up.
He still looks sharp, doesn't he? 46 years old. He's a multi-millionaire. Why is he coming out of retirement? Let me tell you, it's not just the money. Because it is not a fight like we've seen Jake Paul and Mike Tyson doing, or it's not like one of these Floyd Mayweather fights where he is fighting someone who's unknown. No, this is different. He's doing a 12 3-minute round world title fight against current world champion in Mario Barrios, who is only 29 years old and in his prime right now. Let me ask you this. Do you think that his punch resistance on his chin has stayed the same, or do you think it's declined? Well, this is what happens when you age. Your brain naturally shrinks and loses volume, especially the grey matter. This increases the amount of space between your brain and your skull, meaning when you get hit, the brain moves even more. And when that happens, it increases the risk of concussion and it decreases the ability of you to be able to absorb punch.